I'm in my kitchen today because we are going to be baking up a showstopper. Have you ever had a meal that knocked your socks off? You took one bite and thought, I need that recipe so that I can make this again. That is what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to show you the elements of a really good video, a showstopper. Last week we talked about what makes a great musical. It's a showstopper. You have to have a showstopper in a musical so that people will be humming that tune over and over again. There are three elements to a showstopper. They are mission, story, and emotion. If you look at any great musical, they all have some bigger theme behind them. This is what you might call a mission. For example, the musical Les Miserables ultimately speaks about the dignity of human life. Think about Jean Valjean beginning in prison and then escaping only to be arrested again and steal again. One man gave him a second chance and he used that example to try and influence others the rest of his life. The final number, Do You Hear the People Sing, is the song about people climbing towards redemption and dignity. This is the mission element of the showstopper. The next element is story. When we think about a great song, for example, a showstopper in a musical, it needs a story. This will keep us engaged and pulls us along. We're wired for stories. They're the way that we communicate. When we think about the oldest form of communication, it goes back to storytelling. Whether the story was be aware of what's coming, or this is where you can get food and water, or stay away from that person, they're dangerous. We are storytellers from the time we are born. It is innate inside of us to tell and hear stories. And the third element is emotion. The third element is emotion. If you have the first two elements, the theme or mission, and the story, emotion comes naturally. Emotion is important because it's the fuel that drives us forward. When we think about why we do anything, typically it's to feel an emotion. Emotions are simple. They're chemicals inside of our body. They are what move us forward. Emotions are especially powerful because we connect the way we feel to what we remember about that moment. For example, if we're listening to a specific song and we feel sad or heartbroken, that song ties itself to a memory. The story within and the mission and the emotion all bundle themselves together like a loaf of bread. So if you develop a show-stopping video, these are the three elements that you're going to need: a mission, emotion, and story. In the next video, I'll share some examples of show-stopping videos that I've made and dissect how these elements play together in each of these videos. But if you don't want to wait until then, you can get more help right now by clicking the link below. You could join Lights, Camera, Action, and we can help you get some show-stopping videos to being seen, heard, and telling better stories.